Oh!
Whoa! Oh.
Serve, 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 serve. Because we're reacting to serve.
Oh, actually?
What are we listening to?
Serve.
All right, folks. Today we're reacting to the multinational genderless group XLOV.
Oh, XLOV.
Oh, okay. I'm so stoked.
And this is their 2026 release, Serve, off of their 2026 EP called I, God.
I, God?
I, comma, God.
Whoa.
During a press conference, the leader of the group said, with this album, we wanted to portray XLOV as those who were once scarred and incomplete, becoming whole and evolving into divine beings who can guide those who are lost just as they once were. The lyrics of Serve are about themes of confidence, self-growth, authenticity, exploring a chess-inspired narrative of overcoming weakness and breaking free from societal expectations.
Chess-inspired?
Chess.
Chess the game.
Yes.
Wow.
The song is composed by the leader of XLOV named Wumati, along with Mule and Lu. I had the honor of seeing them live at Inkigayo while I was in Korea. And they're one of the few ones, we watched the live session, so it was, I believe, the live recording part, and they were one of the few ones who were singing live, and they were fabulous. I've heard this song live before, but I haven't heard the studio track. And that's a totally different experience from seeing things live. If you're hearing this right now, that means this video isn't monetizable, nor is it sponsored. Instead, this video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support our team and also gain access to tons of exclusive content.
Descending chromatic sequence.
Yeah. Centering on F sharp minor.
Thank you so much to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't keep doing this without you. And now, back to the video.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, yeah. So,
This in June.
3, 2, 1.
Serve.
Oh no.
Oh, it's her.
I don't know who that is.
She's an actress.
Girl, you okay?
Bass. Ooh, look at that bass.
Okay, groovy,
Ooh,
groovy.
okay.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, yes.
No, they're so cool.
The immediate like Vogue move.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is
Ooh,
cool.
slowly, gradually growing.
Smooth.
A little Phrygian second.
I love the reverby synths panning back and forth.
I love this bass line so much.
Leave that poor girl alone. What'd she do?
Yeah, very like wavy on the synth. Like I can hear what the main notes are.
Oh.
Whoa.
The sudden
Wait, we went
key
somewhere.
change?
Oh wow.
Key change.
Vogue app. This is so gay.
I know.
The buzzer stuck away. I love it.
Very sensual delivery.
Lady Gaga would be proud.
This is so queer. I love it. Wow.
Holy transition.
We're somewhere else again. They're so beautiful.
Wow, this is a really androgynous sound.
It's so cool.
There's a lot going on production-wise, too.
Oh, I like the four different vocal timbres.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, the Vogue? I love this skirt thing with the poof.
Oh my god.
Now this, live, when he started singing, I was like, oh, woo! God.
Like a tritone? Like seriously.
Yeah, see, whoa, that was amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
This is an interesting section.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are we going back to the chorus? I assume after this swell.
Cool drop.
Okay, the pentatonic little siren in the back reminds me of this thing that went viral, and it's like a person cooking a mushroom on a hot pot.
I like the chorus so much better with the song element.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
I don't.
Think this will be a fade out?
I like this last part.
If it's a fade out, I kind of dig that energy. No, actually, I would have liked a fade out. That would have been cool.
I liked that. I really liked that. That was so fun. Great, beautiful music video. All their outfits are so stunning.
Everything about this was so cool, between the like constant like vibe shifts to all of the outfits and the styling.
Wow, that was so good.
That was awesome. I was like, I kind of had like goosebumps at the beginning. I don't know why. I was just kind of like, ooh,
The
wow.
long intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, musically it kept me on my toes. And that's enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I vibed to this too.
I guess I don't know enough about like club music, but it reminds me of like stuff I'd see at a drag queen show or drag show.
It reminds me a lot of these kind of like disco-y, R&B-y like kind of cuts. I don't know if I'm getting the association of genres totally right there, where it's like you get like a moment rhythmically. There's a driving rhythm, there's like synthy chords, then it's just kind of like, we gonna get down. As opposed to being like a soaring chorus that you sing along to.
I just really like the tone of their voices. I think they have such a cool color as like an ensemble. They do a lot of these really beautiful harmonies with kind of like a hushed and airy tone. And I think it brings a lot of color to this song.
You got so much diversity from the range of each member's voice as well, I felt, to between each member. That was like pretty cool. And I could definitely hear that. That was neat to see.
I mean, the timbre, yeah, the vocal timbre is just so good. Holy moly.
Right? With the harmonies, ooh!
It's just so, yeah, sensory.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I also want to come back to just like the exploration of androgyny.
Yes.
And this, especially with voices. A lot of what's helping, I think, me perceive androgyny is just in this vocal registers they pick. Nothing sits very low. It's all either in this really high, lightened up sound, which for AMAB voices, like assigned male at birth, changed by testosterone through puberty, there's different gender markers you can play with to find femininity, not just in pitch, a little higher, but also the kind of intonation that you talk with. And if you talk a little talk a little bit here and there, it can be perceived as more feminine. And if you add a little bit more brightness and nasality, it can sound even more feminine. Specifically, there was a spot at like 128. I don't know if it's like a verse, but this singer, somehow the voice is mixed in a way, not just as in how they're singing, that really blurs like gender markers for me. And it sounds so androgynous. And I wanted to listen to it again. You hear there's that breathiness?
There's a breathiness.
There's like really soft. And the upper harmony.
There's a very steady and well-controlled falsetto that's going on and head voice that is allowing for slight amounts of resonance, but not so much that it pushes the voice into a masculine range. The difference oftentimes between feminine and masculine voices is vocal mass. So the amount of resonance that you give behind the pitch determines oftentimes how masculine or feminine it sounds, and also the pitch itself. So because this singer is in a higher range of their voice, while also not pushing their resonance so far forward that it's coming off in a masculine way, it achieves a more feminine, heady type of pitch that you would hear in a treble voice. I can try and replicate, like, she's kind of up here, and like kind of not trying to put too much resonance inside of the mask. And so she and like kind of lightly going up there to like not push it too far forward.
I didn't notice it the first time, but the harmony part in the background of that, it's like a third above.
Yeah, there's a lot of harmony there. But the cool thing too about this vocal is there's a little bit of reverb on it, but most of it is quite raw.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of like the natural voice that was done in the studio, which is neat. They stayed in more of a middle range most of the time, or a headiness. There wasn't a whole lot of like mixing and belting, and a lot of it was covered up by production. But with that being said, quite a bit of it was really nice and quite resonant. Our resonance chambers are on our face and our sinuses and inside what we call the mask and bel canto style singing, and they had very far forward resonance that was cutting through most of the production and instrumentation that allowed for like this nice, beautiful, like vampiric, like vocal fry, like kind of sound that was like really nice throughout the whole thing.
I think that the music behind their voice, let's take their voice out for a second. All that music was very smooth. I really like the production behind it, and it doesn't seem sharp. It gave me a very Madonna Vogue type of vibe, which I mean in a complimentary way. I think the big issue that I'm having with this song though is the mixing. And I think it's because, especially in the chorus, they're very kind of soft-spoken. I can barely fucking hear them. The production's great. It's so loud compared to their voice. Like if they remixed it a little bit, I think I would be more on board with this. You know, I'm no expert on mixing a record or anything, but I wish they would have done something else to make it a little more palatable. Yeah.
It's interesting because I didn't really think that at all in the chorus. I maybe subconsciously I was like, oh, the vocals are quiet now, but I just kind of took it as given, like, oh, like this is just a moment now. It was kind of cool.
It is different.
Yeah. It is different, and again, I like the song overall. It's just maybe it's just the record.
Hearing the voices, it sounds mostly like really high tenors, mixed to be a bit more androgynous, except for that one singer that fully sound like blurred into androgyny. So I wonder if like what the intention there was to have a non-binary group that represents in this way only like AMAB non-binary versus like also what it's like to be AFAB and non-binary, because that's a different kind of experience. And I when I heard that, I was kind of hoping it'd be like a mix of that or like any kind of intersex representation, but I guess it's maybe a bit more palatable, or that's just the talent they found to have like an all AMAB non-binary group.
They also have one singer who has like a great belt, and then they have like their moment to shine, and I think it gives so much more range to like the vocal abilities of the group.
Ooh!
That's so good.
I think he's my bias. Every single time they just appear on screen, I'm like, whoa. And then when they started singing live, I was like, whoa! Don't know their name yet, but I'll look into it.
I feel like you need to know a little more to have a bias. I feel
you
like
really need to know their name before you can call someone your bias. You're right. I have a favorite.
Okay.
Who may potentially become a bias.
And it still kind of nests within the instrumental. It's not like the most forward thing, you know? It's not the most obvious decision to be like, oh, they're belting. Let's make their voice like super up front. But no, it sounds louder and more impactful because it's still operating with the instruments surrounding it.
And we've like reserved this sound like 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the song.
I like everything that they're doing. I really do. I like everything they're doing, all the different tonal areas. It makes each section very distinct and, very clear what this part is.
I like the modulation. Yeah. So a lot of the beginning is just A minor, 1, 4, 5.
Are we really like transposing by a tritone?
Jumping a tritone away is like...
It's so jarring.
I don't know if I can think of like a song off the top of my head that does that.
Yeah.
It's like, and especially like the fact that it's like in like a minor key. I love the way they get there. It's like a... That's like kind of like, it's a normal kind of like A minor E progression. But then what they do is the last time they do it, and it kind of like sounds like, when I hear this, I go from here to here. In jazz, we'd call that like planing style of like voice leading, where you're taking every single note and you're moving the entire thing up a half step. And so this D minor 7 becomes a E flat minor 7. And normally what I would expect from that is that we'd end up either continuing to go up, or I'd hear us going back down. It's like, it usually uses like an in-between, like a passing chord kind of motion, getting from one place to the next. However, we just stop here instead. 1, bang, bang, and then, and telling that's the new space that we're in. And then when they want to go back, they just like, bam, switch it back. There's literally no like harmonic transition to get us back to A minor.
Not at all.
And I kind of love it.
Yeah, because in that like chorus.
Wait, I have an insane theory. The tritone, is it known as the devil's interval?
Yeah.
The album is called I God, and they're talking about people who felt lost and then found the way to freedom.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Well then.
that sounds like a crazy Stan theory.
let's talk
I
about
don't
it
know.
then.
I don't know.
I really like that bass kind of.
And opening with that bass line of like 1, 5 to the 9, I think is particularly, I think it's really nice.
Yeah, you're setting the song up with something that's just, yeah, there's like something ear-catching about it. There's something that begs my attention. And I like to beg.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Keep that one to the Patreon.
Also, I'm obsessed with the bass line. What I think of is, there's a million examples of them doing this. It actually shows up a lot in like Latin American like jazz, in terms of like the stereotypes of like Latin American jazz bass lines. That's like that one, the 1, 5, 2, 1, or 1, 5, 9, 8. What I think of the most is I think of the bass line from this Tony Williams song called Sister Cheryl by Tony Williams. Wait, listen. 1, 5, 9, 8. And so that's what my mind goes to when I think of this bass line. But it's so fun, and I think it kind of like adds a very dancey element to it.
Oh yeah, the way it just kind of, yeah, hangs on that specific.
It hangs on the 9, and I think that's such a beautiful color. And yeah, it's cool to hear that in a K-pop song. This is a really cool group. I'm very excited to see what they end up doing in the future.
Yes!
No.
Yeah.
When did you get here?
Try squishing it.
Why is that? That's so sad.
I feel like I killed it.